1 minute.
Yes, for question 3. What's your answer? Hello?
Wait a minute.
Okay, maybe have you finished this question?
No.
No? Okay, let's finish it together. Please expand it. Give me the step.
9/4a to the power 6 multiplied by 16a squared over 9.
Yes.
And then 144a no 114 wait 134
Okay. 44 or 34?
34
134.
a part 8
8. Yes.
over 36.
Could you help me to calculate once again 9 times 16? Use your calculator.
44.
Oh, 144. Okay, so continue. So finished yet?
No.
Give me the answer.
Or a power by 8.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so the rest of the question, please do it now. Okay. So for the next one, Ziyu, could you give me the answer, please?
Minus 16a to the power of 12 over b to the power of 8.
Yes, good, perfect. Okay, question 5. The next one, Pahe.
K squared over h cubed.
H curve. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Okay. So the next one, question 6. Okay, Jian.
Minus 16 times y to the power of 6 over x to the power 5.
X to the power of 5. Perfect. Okay. So some of you would make this silly mistake. Okay, you know that it's equal to 4 to the power of 2, but you write it as 8. I don't know why. Okay, because some of you may just treat it as 4 times 2. Remember, 4 squared is 4 times 4 is equal to 16, not 4, 8. Okay, so for that student who post me Dan Wang Go, please do the correction yourself.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You know who she is, right? Okay, so ask her to do the correction. Thank you. Okay, so for question 7, please do it together. Okay, instead of having numbers in the power, sometimes we'll have n in the powers, but also the same. All the strategies are the same. So for example, this one, you just split the 3 inside. You will have x 3n plus 9 over y. 2n times 3 is 6n. Here, y 3n at front, and then in the bottom, you will have x 3n minus 3. But this time, when you are asked to simplify it, okay, you need to take care of the power. So for x, okay, after simplify it, what would it be, Caleb? For x terms.
12.
X to the
X
power.
12. X
Yes,
to the
how
power
can you
12.
get this one? How can you get this result?
3n plus 9 minus bracket 3n minus 3.
Thank you so much. Okay, so you stay it in the numerator. Okay, and then for Judy, could you tell me what about the y? It will be in numerator or denominator? And what's the result?
Denominator.
Yes, and what would it be?
Y square.
Y square, right? Y
Oh,
square,
y to the power of 2n.
y to the power of 2n.
Y to the power of 3n, sorry.
3n. Okay, so I got three answers from you. One is y to the power 2, y is to the power, the second one is y to the power of 2n, and then the one is the y to the power of 3n. Which one is your final answer?
Y to the power of 3n.
How can you get this?
Y to the 6n minus 3n.
Yes, very good. Okay, so remember the rules. Don't use your feeling. Okay, if you use your feeling, it will die because some of you may just cancel the n. Okay, or just because 3n is at front, 6n is below, some of you may have the feeling that is equal to this one. Okay, and then tell me it is equal to 1 over 2. Okay, so don't use your feeling. Okay, use the rule am over an. Okay, if an is larger, then it always stays in bottom, and then do the subtraction. So it equals to 1 over y to the power of 3n. Okay, so this is correct. I saw chat room a question. Okay, so Mandy asked a question. What if n is negative? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Think about it. If n is negative, okay, so negative 3n is larger, negative 6n is smaller. So if I keep a negative sign here, later on you know that it will go back to numerator without the negative sign. So it doesn't matter. So this case, you can just treat it as positive. If n is really a negative number, it will go back to the numerator later on. Okay, so good question. OK 嗱，例如做 N 嘅題目，呢度我打醒12分精神同我留意。如果係 N 嘅話，唔好憑直覺做，好多時候憑直覺做，你會約咗個 N 嘅，千祈唔好約咗個 N。OK, so for this kind of expression, I will just do 1 to 2 examples, and then you can finish them all. OK, so for example, example 1, I want to simplify this. First of all, expand all the brackets. 12 n to the power of 8. N to the power of 4, m to the power of 4. Second, some of you may try to combine them. M to the power of 12, n to the power of 4, m to the power of 4, n to the power of 8. After simplifying it, for m, it will stay in numerator. So m to the power of 12 minus 4. And for n, it will, because n8 is larger than n4, so it will stay in the denominator, and you will have 8 minus 4. That's why in the results, you will have m to the power of 8 over n to the power of 4. It's an easy question. Okay, so you know the steps. Okay, the steps is step 1, split or expand the bracket. Step 2, you use the index law. Am over an. Okay, and then you got the right final answer. So this is the index law. All right. So for example 2, similar things happen. Okay, so let's do it together. Maybe you are doing faster than mine. It's still okay. So this one, expand the bracket first. 3 share square. X square, square, share square, and then y share square. So you will have 9x to the power of 4 y squared. Divided by here. Take a look. Okay, there is a minus sign here. That's why when you are splitting it inside, remember you will need to split the -1 square. And then 3 squared is 9, y to the power of 4, x to the power of 2. Okay, be careful to this element, tiny elements there. The negative sign is very important. Okay, and then 除好變成好，上下要顛倒. So -1 square is just 1, so you don't need to take care about that. Okay, times x squared over 9y to the power of 4. Just like some of you would done, combine the numerator first, -9x to the power of 4 plus 2, y squared, 9y to the power of 4. At last, you will have negative x6 over y2 as your answer. Okay, step 1, expand bracket. Step 2, 除好變成好，上下要顛倒. Step 3, combine them and deal with the numbers. Step 4, simplify, give the answer. Easy. OK， 咁你應該中一嘅時候已經經歷過好多情況㗎啦。Can I just skip it? Or some of you need more time? Okay, if you need more time, please raise up your hand later. Okay, example 3. Easy example, so I don't want to do that. Okay, let's talk about example 4. Okay, there are 4 layers, 有4層，上面有份數，下面有份數。OK， 如果你要講嘅話，你就係 A 除以 B 3次方嘅2次方除以負 A 2次方除以 B 4次方嘅3次方。Okay, when you see multiple layers, how would you do that? So, let me see. Okay, Ashka, how would you do that?
Just combine the 2 and 3 inside.
Combine the 2 and 3 inside. Could you give me the steps?
Become a square over b to the power of 6 and over brackets minus a to the power of 6 and over b to the power of 12.
But there are still 4 layers. How can I deal with these 4 layers?
No, minus a6.
Minus a6. Okay, then you split the index inside.
And the lower part need to invert.
Why it need to invert? What would it become first?
The fraction is division.
The fraction is division, so what would it be?
Just mean is a to a square over b to the power of 6 and times b to the power of 12 and over a minus a to the power of 6.
Yes. Okay. Very good. You invert this one here. Okay. So give me the answer first.
Minus b to the power of 6 over a to the power of 4.
Thank you so much. Okay. So here, if your denominator is a fraction, you need to invert it and become multiply. Why I can do this? Because when you see multiple layers, 當你見到超過2層嘅份數 you have a trick. For the longest division line, change it to divide sign. What would it be? It looks like this. The numerator, a squared over b6, divided by the denominator, negative a6 over b12. If you change the longest fraction line into a defined sign, you know why Ashker can invert the denominator and become multiply now. Okay, when you see this kind of fraction, the longest line become a defined sign, 除好變成好，上下要顛倒. That's why you are just multiplying the inverted version of the denominator. Okay, so you get the answer. All right. Okay, so when you see multiple layers, you can try to do this. Okay, so I've just give you a hint here. You change the longest line, become the divide sign. Then you can finish the rest of the question. All right, so here are some further practice. Okay, I will just skip it. Okay, so this is your work tonight. Okay, do your work tonight. Okay, so for the revision section, we have finished. Yeah, 終於溫晒中一學嘅所有嘢啦。Yeah, finally, we come to the things that is not taught in the book. Okay, no matter in Form 1 or Form 2, this part is not taught. Okay, so be careful. At this moment, we know two things. We know two rules, mainly two rules. The first rule, am over an equals to am minus n. And then the second one, am equals to am plus n. However, take a look at this expression here. I'm asking you to simplify this. You can see if the base is 3, okay, 2n minus 2, but in denominator, the base is not the same. How can I simplify it? Okay, can I use am over an equals to am minus n? No, because the base are not the same. 上面係3，下面係27。So how to do that? Okay, in this question, you need to notice that 27 has some relationship with 3. Okay, we need to make the base to be the same. Make the base to be the same. 27係3嘅幾多次方咧？27係3嘅3次方。So if we change the base into from 27 into 3 to the power of 3, let's see what happens. In the denominator, it becomes 3n minus 3. Then you can have this form, am over an. So you can simplify it, am minus n. Because the base are the same, you can simplify it. So here also the same. 3n minus 2, 3n minus 3, so you will have 3n minus 2 minus the denominator, 3n minus 3. Okay, 3n minus 2 minus 3n plus 3, cancel it out, it equals to 3. Can you see it? Okay, so if the base are different and you are asked to simplify it, make the base to be the same. Split the base. Okay, let's do another example. 2 to the 4n minus 2 over 16 to the power of n plus 3. Okay, Calvin, can you tell me how to do that?
Um,
16 and 2 are not the same, so how should yes?
be 2 to the power of 4.
Yes, 2 to the power of 4. Can you help me to do the rest of the work?
2 to the power of 4n minus 2 minus 4n blanket 4n plus 3.
Minus 4n plus 3. Is it like this?
A blanket.
Or the bracket? So in denominator, could you help me to simplify it first? What would it be in denominator? Here.
2 to the 4n plus 3.
4n plus 3 only?
Plus 12.
Plus 12, yes. Don't forget the plus 12. The 3 also share the 4. So here, can you help me to simplify it? What would it be?
2 to the 1 minus 40.
What is the answer here?
2 to the minus 14.
Or power minus 14. All right, good job, Calvin. Thank you so much. Okay, you give me a very good illustration because you show me, okay, that you need to expand the base first, and then you remind your classmate one thing, that is to when you multiplying the index, be careful. You need to add the brackets there. However, there is something that I want to talk about that here. Okay, when you get 2 to the power negative 14, what is this? You haven't learned negative index yet. That's why I won't give you marks at this moment. 咩叫2嘅負14次方啊？2嘅3次方，2嘅14次方就係2乘2乘2乘2 total 乘14次。但乜嘢叫2嘅負14次方呢？呢一樣嘢我哋未學住嘅。OK， 我哋遲啲會講，但係未講住嘅。So before you give me this answer, actually, okay, instead of writing this, I want you to look carefully in numerator and denominator. Think which one is larger. 4n 減2大啲定 4n 加12大啲啊？大家都係 4n 㗎，4n 減2大啲啊，定係 4n 加12大啲？加12大啲係咪啊？ Each one is larger. So after simplification, okay, be careful. When you see this kind of thing, when the denominator is larger, the answer will stay, the 2 will stay in denominator. Okay, so 4m plus 12 minus 4m minus 2 with brackets there. So the answer is 2 to the power of 14. 1 over 2 to the power of 14. OK， 記住你化簡之前要留一樣嘢，就係邊個大啲，大啲嗰個就會 stay 喺嗰度。今次分母大啲，咁所以個答案應該會 stay 喺分母嘅，得唔得？明唔明我做緊乜嘢 ？OK， 2 to the power of 14, so it is equal to 16384. All right. So 2 things to remember. One thing, split the base. Second thing, compare the size and you get the answer. Okay? Okay, but thank you to give thanks to Calvin because he used this method so that I can tell to all of you that what is the meaning of 2 to the power of negative 14 is actually equals to 1 over 2 to the power of 14. Okay? 咁好在 Kelvin 講咗呢一個方法啦，咁我就可以呢度草草講一講。2嘅負14次方其實係咩嚟咧？其實就即係1 over 2嘅14次方，呢兩嚿嘢其實係一樣嘅。OK， 咁所以遲啲你學咗負次方之後咧，你可以呢一度直接寫啦，其實即係1 over 2嘅14次方，咁就會得到同樣嘅答案。但 at this moment 你唔知咩叫2嘅負次方嘅時候咧，咁你就需要對比大細去做啦。Is that the button on the calculator? What button? Is there a button? X to the power negative 1? Oh, that's that's the way, one way to do that. Yes. 2 to the power of -1, that is 1 over 2. Okay, I will talk about that later, but it's not important yet here. Okay, it's not our focus of this part. This part, I want you to know how to simplify this expression only. All right, next example. Oh, 頭痛. Because I got 2 and 16 in the base, and here I got a 3 again here. Oh no, what should I do? Think about that first. 咁點搞啊呢嚿嘢？ Okay, so let's take a look. Jabez, do you have any ideas? Talk about the numerator first.
2 times 2 is 4.
2 times 2 is 4.
To the power of 4n minus 2.
Wait a second. If I write a 1 here, 2 power 1 times.
No.
Can I combine these 2 and become a 4?
No.
What would it be?
Uh,
好似有 n 好難咯。呢個邊咩
？2 to the power of 5.
Yeah, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. What about this one?
2 to the power of 1 plus 4n minus 2.
Yes? What about denominator?
40x to
又
40x
有冇得 combine 㗎？呢兩嚿嘢個 base 一唔一樣啊？嗱，我哋幾時可以 combine 咧？就係個 base 一樣先可以 combine。今次個 base 一唔一樣啊
No.
咁所以我哋唔可以 combine 咯喎。但係16有咩咁特別啊？16係2嘅幾多次方啊
？2 to the power of 4.
Yes. OK， 個3我哋唔好理佢住。分子會變咗咩
？2 to the power of 4n minus 1.
OK， 分母。
黃
老師，張兄喺度答緊問題。
OK， 我答埋你，我答埋呢條。OK， 我解埋呢一條先。OK， 呢一度 simplify 佢，咁你發現咧，淨係得 2 呢個部分有得 simplify 嘅啫。咁所以咧，3唔需要理佢嘅。咁我哋最尾咧呢一度就用個 2 4n plus 12減翻 4n plus 1。OK， 上面就得翻個1喺度。咁所以咧，其實個3咧喺成個過程裡面咧係冇參與過我哋嘅運作嘅。咁所以咧呢度咧就係2嘅13次方。OK， 咁所以乘翻3。答案咧就係1 over 24576。呢一條就係想同你講，如果我有啲3嘅話，其實未必一定要參與喺裡面嘅。我哋只需要留意下，大家都係一樣係 base 嘅2嘅東西就得㗎啦。OK， 咁今晚咧功課好簡單嘅啫。今晚嘅功課就係做翻我哋啱啱所講嘅 further practice 8.1.2。OK， 聽日我哋繼續講呢一 part，就係咁。好，講完，拜拜。